Hello my lovelies. Well, since we are using the Golden Journey deck today, I thought we'd do a reading about the current stage we're on the path. So let's have a look. Let's have a see. I've previously shuffled these, so give it one more shake around and we'll see, because I shuffle them anyway. So where are we currently on the path, on our path? Because even though everybody's path is different, we could all still, or most of us, or a lot of us, be on the same stage, I suppose. Nine of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So where we are currently is having a little rest from what I gather would have been a fairly, I would say, unpleasant is coming to mind, but it might have just been challenging or stressful year last year, maybe a bit more than last year. Anyway, we're having a pause, we're having a rest, and now times are changing and things are on the move again, hopefully in the right direction. Bear with me a second, my lovelies. Right, so we know where we are. What's coming up? I'm not going to ask challenges or anything because that will come out. Okay, so we've had our pause and we know things are changing. So what's coming up is going to be some wisdom that we've gained from the pause. Sometimes things get so huge, so overloading that we have to stop. We don't have a choice. We're just forced to stop. Whether it be health or whether it be things just don't go our way, stuff doesn't move. You know, we can't sell the house because nobody's buying. We can't move schools because the kids need to repeat a year. We can't, whatever it is, sometimes it's kind of out of our hands. So taking a pause is really important, but also gaining some insight into it. And that a lot of the time happens when we just go within ourselves. We don't broadcast where we're at because we don't need to. It's a very personal, very private time where we actually self-reflect and go through a whole heap of things, and then one day it just clicks, and that's the wisdom, that's the spark that lights us up again. So now we've got it and the wheel's turning, we get to use that. So what's the next step? How do we use that? What's the next step on the path that will help us use that wisdom we have gained? And I say we because I am part of the collective. Okay, King of Swords, absolute wisdom and higher wisdom, and the ability to see the higher perspective. So there's a lot of people still down here, as you are probably well aware, a lot of people down here. So the ability to see over the top of it, to have the wisdom to see the bigger picture is really important, and it's more important to share that. So by being able to see it and then share it in a big picture, this could be a publication, it could be social media, it could be whatever it is, but whatever you personally learned during this time is important because you can now put it into perspective, and being able to help others put their own into perspective, really, really important. Okay, so how will that help other people? By helping them move on. You won't, in other decks of this, there is either a single person pushing themselves along in the boat. There are two people with one of them pushing themselves along in the boat. Usually it's a woman and child with a man pushing them along in the boat. It doesn't really matter, and I'm glad it doesn't matter, because in this card, it's just the boat moving forward. Whether it's you doing it yourself or helping other people, I think you are then the current behind this, pushing them into calmer waters. And there's the star. It's like, it's a sun, but it's like this is the direction that people are going, because they've been in the dark for so long. And oh, isn't there some dark spots at the moment? So I think the more people we can have that really shine this to a better place, whether it be globally or personally, I think it's as important to do it in a personal environment where you may only help one or two people. When you look at how many people that can then help by, if they help one or two people, if they help two people, if they help two people, it becomes exponential. So whether we do it where it impacts a lot of people or whether we just impact a few people, our job is the same. So ask yourself what wisdom you've gained. That's the first step. What wisdom have you gained? What have you discovered through all these really uncomfortable, hard times? And how do you want to use that? And how do you want that to help other people? And where can that get them? All right, last one. If you do this, what is the likely outcome? If you do this, what is the likely outcome? Apparently there's a lot. Four of Wands. There you go. Now, what a nice outcome. It'll help people be a higher vibration. This is a higher vibration, and it's usually a home or home-like environment. So to me, this feels like everybody's been hiding in here, and by coming out and looking up, you get to see the possibilities of what can be built for you and your family, or you and your heart people. And look how high it goes. And that is just basically a raising of vibration. So you, my lovelies, can raise the vibration of hope and happiness and possibilities for everybody else around you. And I think that is beautiful, because it's putting all of this to some good, and we all need that. All right, my lovelies, I hope this helps, and I will see you soon. Much love.